Good evening. Welcome to another ILFL Soccer Night. We're in 2016 and we're well underway with the competitions. We had so many games last night. David Joseph out to ref a very special game in the other side of the river. Asked me to come across and hopefully deal with the Champions League. So prestigious for me, I get to talk about the Champions League. But we can't talk about the Champions League unless we have a representative from another one of the leagues. Jermaine, welcome from the Hackney and Leighton League. Jermaine was there at all of the games and no doubt he's going to give us a thorough analysis of some of the games and give us a pick of his match and which one he really thought should have gone the other way. And of course we have our ILFL press officer, Shaquille. Welcome, Shaquille.
Thank you.
Shaquille was at the morning fixtures for the Champions League and he's going to give us an analysis of how those games went as well. So, talking about the Champions League and how that went on, we're also going to talk about some of the other games that took place yesterday. So those of you that are watching, that took part in the Challenge Cup, we'll be talking about you. Premier Division, we had one fixture there, we'll be coming up with that result. We had a game from the First Division as well. So quite a few things to go through. I'm going to try to squeeze it in. And you know what, I keep getting criticised for criticising the old boys, but we cannot forget them. We will be talking about the Vets League, how that's up and running. We're into the 4th week. Well, tonight will be the 4th week for the Vets League. Games are taking place tonight at 9 o'clock, right after this show in Stepney Green. So much to go through, so much to talk about. And after a while, we've got a video of one of the Champions League games, a very special game that was, and a very proud moment for us ILFL representatives. So much to talk about. Let's go straight into the Champions League because I want to bring up on the screen for you the results from yesterday, and in typical audio fashion, I shall read you out the classified results from yesterday's Champions League. They look like this. The 24th of January results from the Interleague Champions Cup quarter-final. Gower All-Stars beat Shakespeare's 1-0. Gower All-Star representing the Musical League are through to the semi-final. Defending champions, 2 years running, the winners, London Meteors, scoring 2 goals, but Mile End knocking out the champions with 3 goals to beat them 3-2. What a game that was, and no doubt I'm going to hear plenty about that from Jermaine. And then we go to the London Tigers of the Musical League. They were up against ILFL's very own Stepney. That game was 2-2 and went to penalty, and it finished 5-3 to Stepney. Well done, Stepney. You are through to the semi-finals, joining London Meteors and Gower All-Stars. One team, sorry, not London Meteors, Mile End, Gower All-Stars and Stepney. So one team from each of those 3 divisions. Who was going to be the other one that's joining them? Well, as you can see on the screen there, Reach Out beating Lixus 2-0. Well done, Reach Out. You are also through to the semi-final. And there is the results from the Champions League yesterday. And isn't that thrilling? So we have one team from the Musical League, one team from the Hackney and Leighton League, and for the first time in this competition, ILFL have 2 teams in the semi-final, and we are going to carry out the draw a little later within this segment, so I want to squeeze all of that in. Jermaine, I think that's enough from me. Tell us, what was going on yesterday? Take your pick and run it down for us.
It was a very tiring day. I mean, it was good football from all the games involved. As you can see, they were all very, very tight. I watched the Mile End. You know, for me, if there was a team that was going to beat London Meteors, you know, it would be Mile End. You know, they're top of Hackney and Leighton. I think they've drawn with London Meteors this season. So it just goes to show how tight that is. The game I was interested in was Gower Stars Shakespeare in the morning as well. A lot of chances were missed in that game. And I think probably Shakespeare feel a bit unfortunate, but Gower All Stars, they've got that mentality to know to play out a game, you know, and well done to them. 2 years running in the semi-final, representing the Musical League. They've done themselves proud, and it's good to see they've actually improved from when they first come into the competition. Because I've seen a lot of these teams now are knowing what to do to be able to compete on the level with some of the other teams. The Lixus game, again, myself and Rashid was watching that, was glued to that. Couldn't leave that one. You know, even though we had Stepney next door, glued to that game. It was end to end. It was just open football. How Lixus never scored, I don't know.
Don't give away too much because we're going to watch that game, aren't we?
Sorry, yeah, but it was that was a really, really entertaining game, and that was the game that we basically was just glued to. It was just end to end stuff. A very, very open game. We did see some of the Stepney game, London Tigers. We expected that to be tight. And I'm sure Stepney must be still partying from that. And again, that was a very good game, very close game. And yep, enjoyed watching all of the games.
Well, I mean, Gower All-Stars, now a solid outfit, so well done, second year running semi-final. Kind of expected, but we also knew that Shakespeare would give them a game. But Mile End knocking out London Meteors. Now, at the very first week, I remember, Jermaine, this may not come as a surprise, but you actually rated Mile End quite highly.
I did. Mile End's one of them clubs, they've been in Hackney Lane really for quite a long time. They've got to finals and never won it. When they won a cup final last year, you saw the quality that they had, and they've just moved on from there, from strength to strength. They actually told me they was going to win the league this year. Wow. And I was like, well, that's a bold statement, but you know, they've you know, I think, you know, they can do it this year.
Well, they've certainly made a statement here, haven't they?
Definitely made a statement, and I think some of the rest of the team probably look at that result and think, do we want to play Mile End? You know, they might be thinking that way, because they are on par with London Meteors. There's no doubt about that in terms of talent.
Well, there you've heard it from Jermaine. The team to fear, his pick of the four, Mile End. Well, knocking out the champions. Don't see why not. Shax, you were at a couple of the games in the morning. Tell us about how those games got on.
Well, I've never seen the Shakespeare before, and never did I watch. I haven't seen Mile End before, but you know, Shakespeare really impressed me yesterday. Even though they were 1-0 down, but after the game, I cannot believe how they've lost that game, because they had chances after chances. But then they should have took the chances, and they should have killed the game. But Mile End and Meteors, that was a really good game, 2-2, and then I think it was an injury time when Mile End scored.
I mean, the quality of football, very, very few mistakes. It's probably more so putting chances away, which Gower ultimately did.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's better. The football's more fast. They want to play football on the floor, and the Hackney Marshes, the new side of it, it was really good, and they all wanted to play football. There was hardly any long direct football. They all wanted to get the ball down, and they just wanted to play football. And I think that was really impressive by both teams. The two games that I saw.
I want to ask you about the other game, actually, because obviously you were at the Mile and London Meteors game.
Yeah.
Shax, I have to ask you this in live on air. You left the game at 2-2, 85 minutes, 5 minutes remaining. You left it at 2-2. Did you not want to stick behind to see the penalties?
Well, I left it at injury time.
Did it?
Yeah, I left it at injury time, and the referee added on, I think, 4, 5, 6 minutes.
And you left?
And I left because I had to go, and I cannot believe that they actually scored in the last minute. But London Meteors, the final third, it just wasn't there for me. They didn't have that striker, but they play through the wing. The wingers are so good. They don't need a striker. But Mile End, they really impressed me. The number 9 that they had. They just got the ball to him. He holded it up, and he just gave it to the wingers, and they just crossed the ball and try and be effective. And it was the first time I've seen Mile End, and I know quite a few boys up there that I didn't know that they play for, and they were quite impressive. Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like they changed their tactics for this second game. But, well, saying that, they used that tactic and they managed to knock out MK Galacticos in the first round. But I think, if anything, we can probably give a big congratulations to all of the teams that took part, because you lot clearly showed us some quality football. And as you've heard from the two experts either side of me, there was minimal mistakes in this game, and it was really about taking the chances. And that's how far we are. In terms of level of football. And I think I want to stay on that topic, actually, because, Jermaine, the level of football. Now, last year, we sort of saw Hackney and Leighton pretty much storm it. I mean, we had the semi-final with, was that right, 3 Hackney and Leighton teams, isn't it?
There's 3, yeah.
And MK Galacticos were the only ones that were spoiling that party.
Yeah.
And the year before that, again, it was quite a lot of Hackney and Leighton. But now, it's suddenly turned out to be ILFL have got the biggest showing. I mean, what does that tell you about ILFL now?
Well, it tells me a few things, because I mean, reach out. I remember speaking to them. I said to him, I hope you're in this competition this year, because I think it'd be good for them to be in it as well. And so they've impressed me as well. And I think the ILFL teams, I think they've showed more desire this year. I think it was lacking last year, where I think they was just lacking the desire to go out and win. Today, or yesterday, should I say, you could see that they was out there to win the game. And I think that was why the games were entertaining. So I think there's the ILFL teams are actually putting a lot more effort into these games, whereas I think last year they just seemed a bit tired or players missing, whatever. But this year, they seem to be really up for it.
I think I want to add to that. I think it's the start.
We're gonna go on a quick. We're gonna go on a break very shortly. But I want to get the cup draw done because I did promise everyone the cup draw in this first round, first segment. So in the next minute and a half or so, I have got the 4 teams that have gone through here, and really truly in front of you right now. I'm just gonna put these on the table in front of me. I've shuffled them up. These guys don't know which one's which, gentlemen. I'm going to ask you to carry out the semi-final draw of the Interleague Champions Cup. Last time, Shax, I believe we got you to do the home draw. So, Jermaine, do you want to pick one of these 4 to be the first team to be drawn for the semi-final of the Interleague Champions Cup?
Yep.
And Jermaine, if you can just hold it up for us and tell us which team you've drawn.
Gower All-Stars.
Gower All-Stars. Okay, Gower All-Stars. Shax, do you want to pick the opponents of Gower All-Stars? And let's see who that's going to be.
Oh, Reach Out.
Reach Out. Gower All-Stars versus Reach Out. That's the first semi-final. And let's go the other way around. Shax, can you pick another one to pick the home team of the second semi-final? He's going to go to my far side. Who have you picked on my far side, Shaquille?
Myland.
Myland, the team to fear, according to Jermaine. Just for formality, I'll let you pick that. Sorry, Jermaine, we should stick by the rules. Myland will be facing Stepney FC. Stepney FC. That's all done. Right, okay, we're out of time, and I've kind of squeezed that in, but the draw's done. Let's go for a quick break. After the break, I'll show you the draw up on the screen, and we can talk about that. See you in a few moments.